Hi everyone, how you doing? How is everybody? I've lost my voice. I can still talk though. Let me know if you can hear me. Did everybody have a happy full moon? Tell me how you are. Did you have a happy full moon? Full moon in Aquarius. And today we're going to get the moon on Jupiter. It's going to be so exciting. Good morning. Hi. Hi, Susie. Hi, Sue. Hi, everyone. Varga, Heidi. Everybody's here. T. Vallejo. Hi. How is everyone? Just a sec. Let me close my office. Teddy and I are here. Teddy's here with me. He's waiting for his breakfast. He's got his little friend. Oh my gosh, we're going to have so much fun today. Can you guys all hear me? I'm reading your chats. I've got my Sagittarius coffee. Good morning. Susie, I'm hardly the goddess this morning. You guys are so sweet. There's Roy. We had so much fun in our astro prediction party yesterday. If anybody was there, I think Karen was there. I hope you'll leave a little comment and let everybody know how it was and what you thought. I just absolutely love the group. It was so great. Yeah, we had a lot of people there and it was really, really fun. Oh, there's Connie from Glasgow, the UK. Well, let's dive in. So today, and forgive me for my voice, it was game night last night, and it got really competitive. I didn't win though. We're gonna talk about. Hi, everybody's here. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, good. She says, yes, it was so amazing, you guys, and I learned a ton. That's awesome. I love that. Well, today we're going to talk about the 3 reasons why your sun sign is the best sign. And one of the things that I want to tell you is this is in my opinion. So, sun sign astrology doesn't really work. I know you know that. So think about this energy as if this is your moon, your rising, your Mars, or your Venus, or even your Mercury, or your Sun, or your Jupiter, or if you have houses that correlate to the natural zodiacal wheel. So I'm going to first talk about Aries. So if you have a packed first house, you would be able to relate to this. This is going to be a little slice of you. I also want to say, like, here's today's transits. I don't know if you can see it, but let's say you were born on this day. Can you see the wheel? Look at how almost every single house has got a planet in it, right? This is a really rich and dynamic chart. This is a rich and dynamic day. I mean, you have the Sun in Leo and Mercury in Cancer and Mars in Leo and Venus in Virgo today. And you have a Sag North Node and a Sag South Node and a Gemini North Node. You have Ceres in Taurus. Today we've got Chiron in Aries. And we have the moon in the moon in Aquarius and Jupiter in Pisces. And we have Pluto in Capricorn. And we have the part of fortune in Aries as well. And so what I'm trying to point out is if you were born on this day, you would have all those different components really alive inside of you. And so this whole wheel style would be called a splash. It's like you just threw spaghetti on the wall and it went everywhere. It's splattered into every single house. The only houses that don't have any planets in it are the 2nd, the 4th, and the 10th. And they really are still activated. They just don't have any planets in it. But this is a splash or a splay. And why am I talking about that? Because the Aries portion, I'm going to start with Aries. The Aries portion of this person's chart, basically their 7th and 8th house, if this was a person's birth chart, would be the part of them that I'm talking about. So you can listen to this whole entire video and know that anything in the 1st house, or know anything Aries in your chart, is going to have this essence or this quality in it. That slice of you is going to be very strong Aries. Let me see what you guys are saying. I've got an Aries stellium. Okay, good. Well, this is going to be for you. It's Cancer. It's Cancer and the live stream. She's cute. Yeah, Cancer is great. I'm trying to figure out what aspects of transits I should look into to find all my medical issues. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should do a medical video. You guys are cute. Susie can answer a lot of your questions in the chat too. She is so smart and she's such a great reader. And if you guys haven't gotten a reading from Susie, you really should. We gave lots of free prizes last night. It was really fun, and somebody got to win a wonderful reading by Susie. Let me see what else she say. Oh, from Romania. Yes. Varga, thank you. Love that. So the reason why Aries is the best sun sign is because Aries, you are direct and you are refreshing. You have a courage that makes others feel safe in your presence, and your power can be leaned on and it can be borrowed. You loan out your power. You loan out that strength, and you actually are my hero in so many ways. But I would say it is your directness. When you're with an Aries, it really is what you see is what you get. They really don't play games with who they are. I'm not saying they won't play you, but they don't play games. Aries has a very hard time wearing a mask, and it's because they don't have time for it. They are late, they're busy, they're rushed, they've got so much going on. They just don't have time to wear a highly polished mask. Oh, good, you guys are talking. That's awesome. Okay, Taurus. What makes Taurus the very best sun sign of the whole zodiac? And wherever you have Taurus, you're going to have this energy. It's that I should say, your dependability makes our relationship more steady and more stable. And Taurus, you make me feel like I matter. You really make me feel like I count and I matter in your world. And your loyalty is like no other in my life. And also, Taurus, the way you nurture, the way you love, the way you love me makes me feel nurtured. It makes me feel cared about. It makes me feel truly supported. Tauruses know how to create comfort wherever they go. Wherever they go. So, Gemini, why? Now, these are my opinions, but I want you to know that most people probably feel this way about you. So, I'm speaking as if I'm speaking in a way as if I'm talking directly to you, but think about this part in your chart. Like maybe you are a Scorpio, but you have a Taurus moon. Well, you probably make people feel like I just described. Yes, thank you, Nunning. This is the healthy aspect, the healthy side, the evolved side of each sign. I'm not saying that any one of these signs can't be, a royal asshole. They can be, but I'm talking about the healthy version. Yeah, Taurus does make you comfort food. That's the truth, isn't it? It's really the truth. And you guys all tell me what your sun sign is and your moon. Tell me your sun sign and your moon sign. So Gemini, your intelligence keeps me utterly challenged and on my toes. And who doesn't like that? The conversation with Gemini is literally the best conversations I've had in my life. Like amazing conversations. And lastly, you are so non-judgmental, Gemini, or Gemini rising or Gemini moon, that I feel like I can truly be myself. I can be my authentic, 100% real self around you. So, do I got any Geminis in the house? Tell me all your sun signs. Are there any gems? Or do you have, yeah, I am telling you the moon sign and the ascendant. This is for the moon sign and the ascendant. And yeah. And tell me who your favorite Gemini is in your life and if you can relate. I want to know if you guys can relate. So, Cancer. Boy, Cancer is so wonderful when they are healthy. I know you're going to be there for me with a hug, holding my hand, and making things better for me in hard times. When I have a challenge or when I'm upset, Cancer is there for me. Cancer, you fill up my emotional cup. And lastly, I would say, Cancer, you get me. You know what I need more than I even know what I need. That's Cancer. Can you guys agree? Do you have Cancers in your life? And do they intuit what it is you need more than you even know? They're pretty amazing like that. Very intuitive. Leo. Okay, Leos. And who's a Leo here? And where do you guys have Leo in your chart? Because this is going to be the Leo part of you. So if you're a Leo rising or a Leo moon or Leo sun sign or Leo Mars, Venus, or even Leo and Jupiter, or if you have a packed fifth house, tell me, where do you have Leo in your chart? Because this is the sort of fun part of you. Oops. Leo, you're the most fun person to be with. You make every single thing more fun. You make me laugh my butt off. You're the person who will get me up and dancing. And I would say, lastly, you are so generous that you spoil everyone. You make you I love it. It's like I feel like a queen in your presence. And you make you have a way of spoiling people with your energy, with your affection, with your gifts, with your enthusiasm, with your joie de vivre. And I also want to put a fourth thing in there. You have such creative talent that I'm kind of a little bit in awe of you. So Leo, you are awe-inspiring. And where do you guys have Leo? Okay, cool. Sue's got it in Mars. And we've talked a lot about, how do you want to be creative? And it is really, really creative. Oh, Leo ascendant, and you're in Aries. Roy is Leo rising and an Aries. So that's a whole lot of cool. Leo Mercury. So you you think like that and you speak like that. I always kind of say this is Santa Claus. So like when it's healthy. So what part of you is Santa Claus, right? Do you have where is Leo in your chart? Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I love you too. The Ms. Kate, everybody look at her profile. Am I wrong? I am Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, I can tell. It's so cute. Troy has Lilith and Leo. Interesting. That's your badass. So there's something really powerful about you, Troy. Leo Moon. Wow, you guys are rocking. Okay, tell me where you have Virgo. And yeah, and tell me two things. Who is your favorite Leo? Can you relate to what I just said? Are they a Santa Claus in your life? Are they healthy? Who is your favorite Leo? And then I want to know, where's your Virgo? Now, Virgos get bad raps, but if you've ever been involved with a Virgo, you know they don't deserve it. They get bad raps. Oh, you're critical. Well, if you've ever met a healthy Virgo, oh my God, these are the earth angels, literally. They're like Pisces earth angels, except they get shit done. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up. Um, oh, good. I'm going to come back to these Leos. But here's what I love about Virgo. Virgo, in every single way, you teach me how to be better, do better, get more organized. You help me improve every friggin' aspect of my life, whether it's organizing my spice cabinet or my pantry or, a better way to clean, a better technical way to clean the litter box, or how to organize my garden, how to, redesign my bedroom, my health and wellness and fitness, what vitamins I should take, what movie I shouldn't waste my time on, what man I shouldn't bother to date because of XYZ, right? Every aspect of my life. Virgo like ups your game. The second thing I want to say is you help me. That's just it right there. You help me. And what do you help me with? Everything, anything. Virgos don't usually say no. I mean, they can say no, but if you're reasonable in their life and they are capable of helping you, they will help you. Danny says, I have nothing in my chart, Virgo. Well, do you have anything in the sixth house? Because the sixth house planets are going to operate with this like discernment and precision and preciseness. And the last thing I would say is, Virgo, you are the only one in my life that will do all the planning. And I am so grateful. I have a couple Virgo best friends, and we had our wedding just a couple years ago with like 220 people at it. It was a really big wedding. It was before COVID, and just before COVID. And I had to do this teeny weeny seating chart, and I had to get 250 people on this whole giant poster, and I had to have it in nice script, and I wanted it designed beautifully. And I was just sitting there going, oh my God, how am I going to do these table assignments? Like you find your name and then you get your table. My Virgo girlfriend saw my problem and she was like, give me that. I'll go do that in 10 minutes. I'm like, are you kidding? It was so gorgeous. It was immaculate. It was flawless. There wasn't one typo. Every name was spelled correctly. It was in script font. It had a gold border. I mean, it was gorgeous. She had that thing done like that. I was like, that would have taken me days. That would have taken me 2 weeks to do. I'm not kidding. So wherever you have Virgo in your chart, this is where you're finicky. This is where you're meticulous. This is where you're also really helpful. So tell me where your Virgos are and who is your favorite Virgo in your life. And can you relate to this when you think about them? Dear Meredith, can you draw your diagram more precisely? Let's see, please. Exactly. Susie, yesterday when I was trying to teach a concept of sort of the major ending in your life, and like this major ending death transit, if you will, I was, I understand it, but it's hard. It's different to teach it than to know it. And so Susie has a lot of Virgo in her chart, and she's like, "Can I take this from you? This is what she's trying to say. A, B, C, D, E." And then the whole room was like, "Oh, now I get it." So, yeah, I do have Virgo in my chart. It's just nowhere near my Mercury or my rising or my moon. And I don't have a lot of sixth house anything. So it's funny. What do you guys have? Sun and Mercury and Virgo. So, Katrina, would you say you're smart and organized and helpful? Like, can you relate to that? Also, if you have a Jupiter in Virgo, you're going to see that you're really like that because Jupiter is where you're exaggerated. My video editor who does, her name is Carly Ann. She's just, I call her Carly Ann Genius. That's actually how she's listed in my phone. She does all my editing. She has Jupiter in Virgo. And when I saw that, I was like, I have to hire you. I have to hire you. And she has a Gemini moon. So her heart, I don't know if you can see it, but she's on vacation right now. So that's why I'm doing a live. And tell me if you guys like the live, if you like being here live. I don't know if I'll do them all the time because I have to really get out of bed to do this. And it is Seattle. It is 9:30 in the morning here for real after a big Saturday night. And you guys all know I like to have a big Saturday night. And it was game night last night. So we didn't go to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning because somebody had to win, right? So anyways, tell me if you guys like the live like this. I want to know if you like being here. Libra, what do I love about Libra? God, so many things do I love about Libra. But Libra is, when they are evolved, is a true best friend. They truly are a best friend in the sense of they get you. They want to accommodate you. They want to live in harmony with you. They want to create a harmony, a peacefulness, a loveliness in your life. They care about what you want. And so Libra, whenever we go out, I get to pick the restaurant because they really don't care. So I love that. Sorry, I do. I like the way Libra will spoil me that way with letting me have my way. They let me have my way. And the other thing that I love about Libra is when you get a Libra with who has a little bit more of a worldly wise side to them, they are so smart. They will always show you a perspective about a situation or something about yourself or a new side to the puzzle or the thing that you're looking at that you never saw before. I've said this in a lot of my Libra videos. So tell me if you are a Libra, what you have in the 7th house, if anything. These are your planets in the 7th house. And oh, La Leone, I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome. She's like, it's 1 a.m. here. I'm so glad I'm here. That's awesome. Okay, so here's all your Libra and Mercury in the 10th house. So yeah, Tiffany, you probably can relate to this. Libras are brilliant, and they kind of get a bad rap because most people equate them with beautiful, but they're not. You know, Aphrodite was beautiful. Venus rules Libra, and that's Aphrodite. But she was also very strategic and smart. She was very, very smart. Yeah, they play devil's advocate. That's true. They always show you this other side that you didn't see. What I was going to say is in the chess game, they are the knight, you know, up 2, over 1, over 2, up 1. They're the knight. They're the thing that comes from around the corner. They will also do the beauty in art in any situation. And they have the prettiest backyards. I love Susie. Yeah. Yeah. This is the other thing that Libra does. They're the spin doctor, okay? So what do I mean by the spin doctor? Oh, good. You guys have a lot of Libra. And who's your favorite Libra? Who do you know? Either famous or not famous. And can you relate to this? Because, and if you guys really want to know Libra energy, go watch my Libra part 2 video. And also I think do I have a Libra rising? I don't know if I do, but, oh, Libra in love, but I have like 3 or 4 Libra videos. And I think it's my Libra part 2 video that I'm most proud of. I go really deep into Libra, like deep, like how I did the Leo rising video. You know, I've never in my life seen more Leos cry than those who watched my Leo rising video. I do make you cry in that video. And do you guys know any Leos that cry? I mean, if you can make a Leo cry, that's a really big thing. It's kind of like Libra. Libras don't cry very easily either. Um, but that video that I did on them, the Libra part 2, it goes really deep because I think a lot of people write Libras off as just a pretty face. But they're the spin doctor, and so they always have you always have a way, Libra, of telling me the hard truth, the really hard, ugly truth, if you will, that still lets me or allows me or makes me feel good about myself. And so it's refreshing. You always have this way of making it be okay. The hard truth can still, Libra can dish it up in a way where it will be okay. Okay, so Tiffany says, laugh out loud, I have 2 art degrees. Yeah, Libra loves the arts. So Scorpio, what do I love about Scorpio? And where do you guys have Scorpio? And does anybody have a Scorpio moon, Mars, Venus, Jupiter? Do you have a packed 8th house? Do you have Scorpio rising? Where's your Scorpio? And you can also look at Pluto. If Pluto's really strong in your chart, like you are Pluto rising, but it's Sagittarius, not Scorpio, this will also make you feel scorpionic. Or if you have Pluto on the moon or Pluto on your sun or Pluto on Mars, it'll give you a Scorpio quality or essence. So what do I love about Scorpio? Well, the first thing is Scorpio, you will never lie to me. Not really. And I count on you when I need the real truth. And when I say lie, I don't mean you're never going to be a cheater. I don't mean that, like, you know, in a relationship. But I mean when I really need the hardcore truth, Scorpio can't lie. They and they're the people in my life that I go to, that I count on when I need a real truth. I have a Scorpio best friend, and I will call her and say, "You got to be real with me." She's like, "I'm your person." Um, oh, good. You guys are telling me. Oh, good. I love this. Scorpio moon in the 8th house. And I also have my part of fortune in Scorpio. That's pretty darn Scorpio. So you probably have very private emotions, but when somebody comes to you for the real truth, you will tell them. And tell me if you guys, all you Scorpio people, like Cole, Jupiter, and Scorpio, do people count on you and rely on you for telling them the absolute truth? And are you filled with truth serum? Right? Okay, and AITW, she's Scorpio ascendant. Nope, I never lie. I just don't. Pluto conjuncts with my moon. Okay, Danette, so you probably have a moon that functions a lot like Scorpio. So the other thing I would say about really huge Scorpio energy, so think about the Scorpios in your life and think about where Scorpio is in your chart, is, you know, you, Scorpio, you would take a bullet for me, or you would die trying to save me. And you make me feel safe, like an Aries. And if you think about, can you guys, this is a test question. I want to know, you guys know advanced astrology. Who here knows what Scorpio and Aries have in common? Because if you go back to what I said about Aries, I also said they make you feel safe because they're so strong. So what does Scorpio and Aries have in common? Cole says I'm Scorpio. I've kept secrets for my sister basically my whole life. Yeah. The Scorpio is a great secret keeper. Julia says, my beautiful daughter is a Scorpio. It's also not easy raising a Scorpio because they have such a big need for privacy and moms want to know stuff. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Bella Bella got it. And all you guys got it. I love it. Games people play, Dylan, Bella Bella, T. Vallejo, Connie. You guys got it. You guys got it. Yep, yep. SRE. You guys got it. I love you. I love you. You guys are learning so much. You know, the people that are just going, oh, I'm a Virgo, and they don't get that they're ruled by Mercury and what is Mercury doing in their chart, they can't know. They can't know that. I don't know how to say this, but their language is so limited, and you guys are getting it. You guys are really, really getting it. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be a part of how you're learning and to be a part of passing on the information to you. I don't want this to all this knowledge to like die inside of me, you know? So it's Mars. And that's why we feel protected and safe around Aries and Scorpio. And tell me if that's true for you guys. And I don't necessarily mean emotionally because they're going to jostle you, but I mean kind of physically and psychologically. If my house is on fire, I'm praying to God a Scorpio or an Aries is getting their ass over here to help me because they are really going to save me. Scorpio is going to be unafraid to go into the gory parts, and Aries is just going to, barge down the door and come and save me. So tell me if you guys feel that way too in your life about Scorpio and Aries. The other thing that I love about Scorpio is, and tell me if you agree with this, but I was like, why do I love my Scorpios so much? They are so low maintenance. They never ask for anything. And I kind of love, because I'm just such a busy person and I'm an overgiver, that I love how they just don't need very much. So I don't feel drained by Scorpio in that way. They are so not needy. I mean, they are like less needy than an Aquarius. Have you guys seen that and experienced that? They really don't need much. They don't need a whole lot of conversation. They don't need me checking in on them. And they're just solid. They're just good. Lay Leone, I'm brutally honest and I talk fast. I have no time for BS. And Serenity Journey, I'm also an Aries moon. Yeah, Aries moons are very direct. But Inquiring Brain, I just joined. Thanks that you are talking about Scorpio. Well, um, okay, Bella Bella, Aquarius sun in the eighth house. Yeah, so you're probably very independent. A lot of eighth house suns, they just don't need a lot. I know they're here to learn intimacy, but they don't need a lot. And I find Scorpios just don't drain you. And yeah, I need to be left alone. Grace says Scorpio in the fourth house with Mars and Pluto. So Grace, you probably need a lot of privacy. Scorpios need their privacy and they don't intrude. They usually have very good boundaries with other people because they don't want people's sticky all over them. They don't want the other people's energy all over them. They're also like a Virgo where they're very discerning. Okay, so Sagittarius. Where do you guys have Sagittarius? Because this represents your belief system and your higher minds. But my favorite thing about Sagittarius, if you've met one, is their mind is so interesting. Sagittariuses keep things fascinating. They're the storyteller. So they're fun to listen to. They're fun to be in conversation with. They're on that Gemini axis and they represent the higher mind. And so they're usually a visionary and talking about really interesting things. Trips they've taken, people they've met. There's sort of fascinating big idea conversation going on with Sagittariuses. And if you want to know about that, watch my Sagittarius rising video. Do I have any Sag risings or do you guys know any Sag risings? Okay, Sharon is, and games people play. And Sag and Mercury. Okay, so tons of Sag on here. And can you guys relate to this? And Tiffany, Sag rising, are you a good storyteller? Yeah. So like wherever Sag is and Julia's Sag moon, this is where you're big. This is where you're enormous. So the other thing that I love about Sagittarius, and this is wherever you have Sag in your chart, can you believe I lost my voice, is you are the happiest person I know. And you share this bubbly, effervescent happiness so generously with other people, including strangers. Um, and it's infectious. I love how you are infectious. That's probably a bad word right now in COVID days, but your happiness is infectious, it's contagious. And so there's an optimism about Sag that's just exciting to be around. It's like, when they're coming to the party or the dinner, it's going to be happier. So everything is happier with a Sagittarius in the house. Do you guys agree with that? I want to see what you guys are saying. Sag bartender. You must make great tips. And the last thing that I love so much about Sag is you love so big. I mean, I feel love galore with you. Love on steroids. Sag is wherever you've got Sag, that's where you're going to be really, really big. And if you have it in the moon, this is giant love. And people feel that. And yeah, Connie Joe is Sag rising, and you can see it. She's sometimes like just so big, she's like off of the screen, right? Capricorn. Let's talk about Capricorn. Where, Capricorn's the reason why I can really tell you that Capricorn is the best sign of the zodiac, which is what I've been doing for each sign, is shit's gonna get done, and the shit's gonna get done right with Capricorn, Capricorn rising, Capricorn moon, Venus, Mars. You are so highly capable that I feel like I can lean on you and let go, because I know if you're there, things are going to go well. You will command the ship. And Capricorn is one of the few signs where I feel like I can truly surrender to them because I trust their judgment. I know that things are going to go really, really well with Capricorn at the helm. Do you guys have Capricorn? I have to go back and read these. These are such good Sagittarius comments. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. I hope the chat shows up in the live on replay. The other thing that I love about Capricorn, so tell me where you have Capricorn, because this is so awesome. Tell me if you can relate to it. You always take on more than your fair share. So you always lighten everybody else's load. And so I like hanging out with you because if we have to divvy up the chores, you're going to dust, mop, and vacuum. And I'm just going to do the dishes, So I love it. In a way, it's kind of like you spoil too, but you spoil through duty and by taking on the load. And so tell me, Capricorn father is so boring if he is not drunk. That's so funny. And I would say the other reason why I think Capricorn would be the best sign of the zodiac is because for the first time with anyone, I feel like I can be the follower because I know you will lead. And so I don't have to think. You can just have me on a leash and I'll just follow you. And I will do that with very few people, but with Capricorn, I will follow them. Why? It's too exhausting to overtake them. It just requires way too much energy and thought. And, it requires too much skin in the game. And it's just too much amped up energy that I need to take them over, to dominate them. Julia says, yeah, I do take on too much. Capricorn in the 10th, T. Vallejo. I take care of everything at work. Exactly. I know. I can imagine. Oh, Karen Capricorn says, I was called the backbone of my team. South node in Capricorn in the first house. So that's like a Capricorn Aries. That's like for real, get shit done. Venus in Capricorn, Saturn in Capricorn. Yeah, you probably are very good with your money, Danette. probably are very good. You're probably a little tight with your money too. I hope you watched my Capricorn money video. Okay, Aquarius. Why is Aquarius the best sign? Well, there is always a new and different experience with Aquarius. Like you show up to what you think is, I don't know, a dinner party only to find out that it's a dinner costume party. Or you're going to eat some exotic food, or things are just going to go differently than how you expected. And so Aquarius has this, like, I don't know, I'm in love with how they do life quirky. They just show up and they don't even know they're quirked out, but their eccentricities are always bringing in a new way of thinking, talking, doing. They like to take the path that nobody else walks along. And so all the little treasures that you can find in life with your Aquarian is really exciting. They're truly off the beaten path. They don't do the mainstream very well. So who's my Aquarians, and what Aquarians do you guys love? And okay, bye Serenity. I know you have to go, but tell me about your Aquarians and where do you have Aquarian? Because this is where you're going to be a little quirky. Also, it's like Gemini, but even more so. You are so open-minded. I feel so free to be me, and I feel like I can say anything. I also really appreciate the fact that I can be really blunt and direct, and Capricorns don't get their feelings hurt very easily. So I don't have to walk on eggshells. I don't have to temper what I want to say. I don't have to tamp it down. I don't have to pad it. I don't have to put the spin on it. I can just be really in my truth, and they're so open-minded. They can receive it about themselves or about other people. Do you guys feel this, those who have Aquarius in their chart, that you can just kind of take it? You can kind of take the opinions of other people. Oh, good. You guys have, okay. I got tons of Aquarius on here. So that's what I love about them. And the last thing I would say about Aquarius is wherever you have Aquarius, this is kind of where you're genius smart. Aquarians blow my mind. They're pretty much the only ones that can just, I don't know how to say it, but out of the blue, throw a curveball and give me an aha like nobody else. They can just crack open the truth out of the blue. They're not even trying. They get these flashes of brilliance. They can just crack open a truth that is so deep, that is so profound, that is so earth-shattering, that literally blows my mind. Have you guys ever had your mind blown by an Aquarian? Oh my God. I don't know. It's like I could get addicted to it, but they can't do it all the time every day. Like a Scorpio will sit down and do that for a whole hour with you. An Aquarius is going to give you this golden truth that's going to like laser beam itself into your life, sear you inside, sear your brain in a way that you've never heard before. And it's quite shell-shocking. So have you guys experienced that? I want to know if you've had your mind blown by an Aquarian. I'm going to answer some of your questions in a minute. Pisces. Why is Pisces the best sign of the zodiac? Well, around a Pisces, I feel so understood. I feel so seen and felt. I feel kind of honored in a way. I think Pisces has a way of making you feel honored. And I don't think there's anybody else in the whole wide world that can help heal my heart better than a Pisces can. They just make you feel better. And Pisces also makes me feel like I am so loved and I'm so worth being loved. And when I'm with you, I feel so loved. I feel like just ensconced in love, enveloped in love. The whole casing is in love. And it's just so beautiful and sweet and very healing and warm. And I also like how Pisces makes me slow down. Pisces can be like pulled taffy, where they just have this grace about their love. They don't do fast love, you know, they're not in the game to high five you, they're in the game to hug you. And so, yeah, tell me about your Pisces. Tell me, who do you know that's a Pisces that you really, really love? Yeah, they're loving and forgiving. My Pisces all have forgiven me. Troy, my girlfriend's an Aquarius. I love her so much. She probably blows your mind, right? That's really sweet. Yes, it is. Pisces rising, pan-seared brains. Karen. I think Karen's Sag rising. Mega love with my Mars in Pisces there. Yeah. I like a Venus and a Mars in Pisces. My dad had Mars in Pisces, and it's supposed to be in detriment. By the way, I don't believe in detriments, but it's supposed to not do well, like Libra's supposed to not do well in Mars. But I think Pisces does do really well. It's very evolved, you know, in Pisces, or it can be. It has the opportunity to be. Let me see what you guys are saying here. You guys are so sweet. I'm a Cancer sun, Pisces moon, Libra rising. Yeah, that's a whole lot of love right there. Love and nurturance. So, Caitlin, you have to be careful not to give all of yourself away. I know a Pisces I could talk to for days. Yeah, they're very interesting. They're also ruled by Jupiter, so they have a big picture, endless, infinite visionary ability. They Pisces are usually very fascinating people, super fascinating, just like a Sagittarius, or very similar to that. And what's interesting is Pisces and Sagittarius aren't supposed to get along. You know, all the books say this is a bad combo. It's not true. I'm not saying they would be the best in romantic relationship partnership, but they do work well together. Does it seem to me, or is Sagittarius a very false sign? Oh, Varga's asking, is it just me, or does Sagittarius seem like kind of a false sign? I think Sag is kind of misunderstood that way. There's a great deal of depth with them, but they're not going to show that immediately. They're probably going to show more of a superficial, funny. They wear a clown face a little bit like Leo, Varga. And so you have to really get a Sagittarius to sit still in order to be able to open them up, to get them to their vulnerability. But yeah, Sagittarius can be quite the performer and quite the, they wear a mask because they don't like showing their vulnerabilities. They don't like surrendering to other people. They're oftentimes really funny, and they use humor as a tool to keep people at arm's length. They do better inside relationships where it's a little bit at arm's length. So I do think that you could meet a Sagittarius and feel like they're fake, or feel like they don't really mean it. They also are so over the top that they can become even a caricature. Do you know what I mean by that? I know you're in Romania, and your English is fantastic, but not a character, but a caricature, like a cartoon character, because they do everything too big, too loud, too much, right? And so they do kind of come across as this big giant performer. But they are truth seekers, and there is such depth. So what I want to say is with your Sagittarius, try to get past the peel of the orange and dig down into the nectar of the fruit, because it's priceless in there. They just will show very few people that the real juice. I hope that helps you. Tiffany, I think she's Sag, says, I could be dying on the inside and you would never know. I'm a Sag rising. Exactly. Susie says, don't put a heartbroken Pisces with a Sag. They won't be back till all the bars are closed and all the tables were danced on. She's so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys have to, if you guys really want to learn about yourself, I have to tell you that I've got this new chart that I'm selling, this new report, and it is so amazing because it's a deep natal report. It's a different deep natal report. It's called the Astrology, the Advanced Astrology Gold Package. and it's on my shop at soulnavigation.com. But the reason why I love this report so much is it gives you the details about all your chart rulers. And so all the rulers of every house in your chart. And it slices your pie in such a different way. It is absolutely amazing. I just bought the software, the licensing for it, so I can sell them. And it's the gold package. You get 2 reports in that. And it is gold. It is liquid gold. I'm not kidding. It is so, so good. So it's my astrology gold package. You guys will love it. Oh my God, you will love it. I call it the Advanced Astro Gold. And if you want to get a report on how does your chart work and all the different components. So for example, if your 4th house is ruled if your 4th house has Scorpio in it, and if the cusp of the 1st house has Scorpio in it, you have to understand that Mars and Pluto are running that house. So this report talks about your chart like that. And there's 2 of them. One is super, super deep, and it goes into just the depths of who you are. Granted, it's different than my deep dive report, because this one talks about the houses and the rulers of your chart. It's just so stinking good. I fell in love with it. I did my own, and I was just like, wow. You know, I've been studying for 23 years, and I don't look at my chart like this usually, not normally. And so it teaches you how to read your chart kind of in 3 and 4 dimension. So that's the Advanced Astro Gold package. Okay, let me answer some of the questions. Virgo, yeah, boy, Earth. By the way, I love all my super supporters. Thank you for all being here and for coming to the astrology party yesterday. It was so great. It was so much fun. And I'm gonna do a members only video, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but very soon. Give me an idea of what you guys would like me to do your video on. I'll do whatever you want. Let's see. Oh, Virgo, because my MC is in Sagittarius. If your MC is in Sagittarius, you might do better working on your own or being an entrepreneur, because you don't really like being bossed around. You don't really want to follow the rules of somebody else. But that's also where you shine. So you must have a big personality with your midheaven in Sag. Virgo Sun, Capricorn Moon, and Cap Rising. Well, you wear your heart on your sleeve. So your moon is in your 1st house or your 12th house, but it's on your ascendant, I would assume, or close to it. And so you lead with your heart, and you're a Capricorn. So it's like a very interesting combination, and probably good for you because you'd be a little bit more of a softer Capricorn, a softer Virgo. Frank Jen says, what's the difference between Sun in Sag versus Sun in the 9th house? Oh, that's such a great question. So my daughter has her Sun in the 9th house, and one of my really dear girlfriends has her Sun in the 9th house. And I always say, I love this. I always say, do not say you are a Cancer. No, 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 no. You have to say you are a Cancer Sun in the 9th house, or just say, I'm a Sun in the 9th house. And having a Sun in the 9th house brings so much joy and so much happiness and so much optimism. It brings a global vision. It brings like international travel and love of foreign languages and foreign people. And it's you will want to create a really big belief system and live by those beliefs. You know, my daughter is just turned 15 years old, but when she was 12 years old, she had such a strong belief system about certain things, about unity and acceptance of all people. And I mean, she will not budge from her value system. And she saw this, she's a 9th house Sun. She's in 6th grade. She saw a boy get off the bus and gather a bunch of kids all around in a circle. And she went over there to see what they were doing. And this boy was killing a snake. He was killing a snake to show off in front of this other big giant circle of kids. And my daughter doesn't really even like snakes, but she said, Mom, it doesn't even matter if I like snakes or don't like snakes. I don't want that snake to die. That snake has parents too. That snake might have babies. You know, that snake belongs on earth too. That's her belief system. So that's a Sun in the 9th house, like this staunch advocate around your belief system, whatever sign you have there. That's how it's different than Sag. Um, um, let's see. What are you guys saying? Oh my God, it's going so fast. What about mutual receptions? Mars and Gemini, Mercury and Aries. Mutual receptions are the blessings in your chart. They're the golden thread in your chart. So I have a mutual reception and oh my God, it just plays ping pong with me all day, right? And it plays ping pong with me in a harmonious way. Like just those two parts of me are just simpatico. It's just so easy. So your energy and your body and your animation and your mind go really well together. You'd be a good athlete with Mars and Mercury in mutual reception. You'd have good hand-eye coordination probably. You'd be great at table tennis. Mutual receptions are blessings. Let's see. How about Pisces ascendant with the sun in the first house? Adelio, you have got to go watch my Pisces rising video, have you not? Oh my God, I talk an hour about how friggin' deep that is. That is deep, 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 deep. And look at your picture. It looks like a lake with mountains. It is so deep and so spiritual and so healing. And it's just divine. I want you to watch my Pisces rising video. It's really, really good. Well, Jupiter in the ninth house is going to be more of what I said. So instead of getting your identity around that belief system, Jupiter loves being in the ninth house more than any other house. It loves it. So it's going to have vast and wide belief systems. And so Jupiter is where we're exaggerated. So you probably are an advocate for, and you're probably also Dilankia. You probably are in massive search for truth, for the truth about life. That's a real crusader, Jupiter in the ninth house. That's a crusader for a belief system, a way of life that resonates in truth with your own soul. Jupiter in the fourth house. I love Atharvav. Jupiter in the fourth, Jupiter in the fourth, Jupiter in the fourth. You're so cute. Jupiter in the fourth is massively deep. The fourth house is the soul's house. It's the deepest house in the chart. And so it's the deepest chart. It's the deepest house in the chart. And it is your lineage. It is your heritage. It is the soul inside of you. And it is your family. Jupiter in the fourth house is somebody who either came from a large family or has enormous family expectations, or you were born into a family that really expects something of you. There's probably something quite positive, but very large. Your family could be over the top important to you. You might not be able to get away from them. They might put extra pressure on you. They probably developed your belief system. You probably, Atharav, believe what they believe, or you're supposed to believe what they believe. I don't know how old you are. It's hard to escape your family when you have Jupiter in the fourth. Danette, the sun in the 10th house. Well, you're born to be somebody. You're born to be really famous. I want you to watch my Sun Through the Houses part 1 and part 2 video and go to the 10th house. And I also want you to watch my Saturn Through the Houses and go to the 10th house, because I spend so much time on the 10th house. The 10th house is so important. I call it Beethoven's house, and you're here to build and grow a very powerful legacy. What is a legacy? The legacy is your work that lives on beyond your own time on Earth. Mercury and Jupiter, mutual reception and detriment. Jacqueline, I don't believe in detriments. Like Mars and Pisces, Mars and Libra. I don't believe in detriments. And also Aisha, thank you for being a super supporter. Woo! I want you guys to be super supporters, because you get invited to my private parties. You get private videos. So I will send you the list of all the members' videos, Aisha. There's lots of them. There's probably 15 or 20. I teach you about soulmates. I teach you about how to find love in the chart. You get to know me on a more personal level, and you get tons of perks. You get your deep dive natal report. You don't get the advanced Astro Gold package though. That I really, really have found is invaluable, and you guys should buy that if you can, because you'll save that for your whole life. That report, you will have that for your whole entire life. And it will show you the blueprint of your soul in a way that you haven't seen before. So welcome. I'm so glad you're a super supporter. Come be a super supporter. You guys, it's only 25 cents a day. And then don't leave. Don't be a super supporter for a day, get all your perks, and then leave. I have a lot of people that do that to me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like actually really trying to build a community. I don't want you just to get perks and go. It's not like, please don't use me. Like, be a part of the community, a part of the group, a part of the family. Like, really learn with us. Stay with us, live with us, be with us. It's 25 cents a day. It's like nothing, but it lets me sit here with you and have more time with you. And it allows me to hire my team and my staff. So Aisha, you have to send me soulnavigation1111@gmail.com. You have to send me your birth info so I can get my team to do your perks for you today. Anyways, come be a super supporter. Yeah, Susie put the link there. I'm reading all this. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I was a super supporter before. I just rejoined. Oh, good. Okay, good. So you already got your perks. That's great. I love that. Yeah, sometimes people fall off. Mars and Cancer, that's why I believe in detriments. What I was saying about that, especially if you have it in mutual reception, is they're supporting each other. So I don't really believe in detriments. Also, when you meet other people, so you're a Mars and Cancer, when you meet somebody who has a Venus in Pisces or a Venus in Taurus or a Mars in Taurus, those people are going to help build you up. So, and we build our life out of our detriments, out of our challenges. If you don't have any squares or detriments, if you will, then you have nothing to do in this lifetime. Joe asked me, my husband asked me about a mutual friend that we have, and he said, what is her job in life? And like, what does she do with her life? Who is she? And I was like, it's so sad, because her whole life is about pouring herself a latte. That's it. That's all she does. Pour a cup of coffee. That's all she's got. She doesn't have very many challenges in her chart or in her life. And so her life is very uninteresting. So we like those detriments. Those detriments aren't really detriments. They're like the things that build us and grow us. Moon conjunct Jupiter in Pisces, Rachel. Whoa. Okay. I love Moon conjunct Jupiter. I love, love, love it. It is just what it sounds like, an exaggerated big heart. But now you put it in the sign of infinity, and now you have a gargantuan big heart. So I would worry about you, especially if you were my daughter, that you probably love maybe even too big. And it's going to be hard for you to find somebody who can love you to the same degree that you are good at loving them. And so you might always feel like you are the one that loves more. And you might also feel a real connection to animals, like animals probably could love you as largely as you love them. And so reciprocity, Rachel, would be the lessons that are here for you to learn. Oh my gosh. And Susie says we have 15% off of all readings right now for super supporters. Yeah. So anybody who's a super supporter, come join, because 15% off of the price of a reading for everybody on Team Soul Navigation. That would be Connie, Joe, Susie, Kira, and Stacy. You can get a reading from any of them for 15% off for the next week. And they'll just go to soulnavigation.com, click on book a reading, find the person you want, click on their face, and it takes you to their scheduling page. And then you can sign up using that discount. Heidi says, I just ordered my Astro Gold package. Heidi, you are going to love it. It is so amazing. And not only is it interesting to read, you're actually going to learn. You're going to like be able to learn, like, wow, what does my fifth house do for me? What is my sixth house doing? Why does it work that way? Why is my work ethic like this? Why is my relationship to men like this? Why is my relationship to sexuality like this? You're going to see it in a way that is just so fascinating. It pulls apart the meaning of your chart like a cotton ball, like pulling apart a cotton ball, one thread at a time. And it's really, really deep. Do you follow Placidus or whole sign birth charts? I use Placidus. And I think we go deep into that, don't we, Susie? I think Susie has a video on Team Soul Navigation uses Placidus and why we use Placidus. Yeah, so Susie has a 90-minute reading right now where you get $25 off. So that's humongous. It's a big discount. So if you guys do want a reading and you just want to understand your chart, you can work with anybody on Team Soul Navigation. In Astro Gold, you have a Krunsky house system. Beautiful. I want a chart. Okay, well, you'll have to email me what that is. Okay, so Rachel, the one who said she had Jupiter conjunct the moon in Pisces, and I was saying overgiver reciprocity, she said, you are so right. Yeah, so isn't astrology amazing how accurate it is? Isn't it just sort of like shocking? Frank says, I would pay full price for Susie. Good. Good, pay the full price one. No discount needed. I know, she's mind-blowing. She's an amazing reader. She'll help you understand your chart, and she's also a psychic, and she can do amazing, amazing tarot. Susie and Meredith, you are the stars. Aw, Delankia. That's so sweet. Mike Anderson, Scorpio rising. Mike Anderson, did you watch my Scorpio rising video? It's really intense, and it comes with a warning label. So, Mike Anderson, don't watch it if you can't handle it. Oh, you guys are so damn cute. Oh my God, you guys are so damn cute. I just got 10 orders for the Astro Gold package. I promise you, you guys are going to die. It is so good. There's a secondary report in it that I haven't even talked about. So you get 2 giant reports for that. And I think it's $49 or something, but it is so worth it. Now, I didn't write the report. I just want you to know. But I research really carefully what licensing softwares I'm going to purchase. They're expensive. They cost like $600 to buy the software so I can sell the reports. But so I bought it, and I love the writer. I think the writer is wonderful. And there are just flat out writers that I'm reading and I'm like, what the hell? No. And I will not buy their reports. So they align with like what I believe. So you will like it. Vishal says, what about a person who is gay and bisexual? What planet should we consider, the Venus or moon? Okay, so Vishal, do you mean what? So please expand on your question. Are you asking me what planets should you look at to see what kind of person you'll be attracted to? Or are you asking what planets actually create the desire to be bisexual or gay? So that's my question. Well, Mike Anderson, you still have to go watch my Scorpio rising video, and then you have to watch my Leo rising video, and then you'll cry twice. And I know you probably don't really cry. And then I need to do more Gemini videos. But maybe watch my Gemini money video. I think my Gemini money video is really good Gemini video. St. George says, your Scorpio rising video was brilliant. Literally my entire psychological nature and more. Aw, St. George, giving you a kiss. St. George, do you live in St. George? Like on the island? Adelio Eunice says, how much is tarot with chart analysis to help me understand my mission in this lifetime? I don't know if Susie's still here. Maybe Susie can tell you how much that would be. Like there's options. Just go to soulnavigation.com, click on book a reading, and then everybody has a different price. So you just click on the person's face that you want. Look at Kira, look at Stacy, look at Connie Joe, and look at Susie. And those are 15% off. And they're all different prices. I think you can even get a 15-minute one if you guys just want a quick reading to understand. How about a Virgo rising video? You know, Delunkia, I need to finish my rising series. I'll tell you guys the God's honest truth. Those rising videos are so deep. I actually work really hard on them. I write my video and then I talk my video, then I talk it. And they're so deep, and my Pisces video was channeled, my Scorpio video was channeled, Scorpio rising, Leo rising, and even my Taurus rising, and my those were channeled. Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus rising videos were channeled, and they're really, really deep. I thought my Taurus rising video was intense. Even my Aries rising video was channeled. And when I say channeled, I really mean it. Like the information came like that. And then what happened is the rising series got me really overwhelmed. It overwhelmed me. The energy was so big and so intense that I shut it down, and the top 3 is like light and easy for me to do. And I don't know, I don't feel shackled to the energy. So I got to get back to it, but that's kind of my scholarly work, scholarly, if you will. And this series has been very playful for me. And so I've kind of been gravitating towards the playfulness. You're right, I need to do it, but I don't want to do Virgo wrong. And so it has to be a feeling too. It's kind of an art, a little bit, to tell you the truth. But thank you for asking. Jack says, Venus Sagittarius episode said, Venus and Scorpio are comedians. Tracy Morgan has this in me also. How did you find this out? Venus and Sagittarius episode said, Venus and Scorpio are comedians. Do you think I meant if you're a Sagittarius, but you have Venus in Scorpio, you're funny? Do you think that's what I maybe said? Because that sounds like me. It's a dark humor. It's like sarcastic wit. Sagittariuses are freaking funny. And when you have your Venus in Scorpio, because Venus is never going to be far from your sun sign. So I probably was talking about Sag, and then if you have Venus. So that would be like dark humor, dark comedy. Vishal, back to the gay and bisexual question. Yes, what planets must we look for getting attracted to the same gender or being in relationship? If a person is straight, we usually look for Venus as it describes the planet of love. Okay, so a person's Mars sign is going to be their sexuality. A person's Venus sign is going to be kind of how they love and how they interact with beauty. So a gay man looking at another gay man would want to have a good Mars. You would want to go look at your Mars sign and what do you need sexually, and then you would want your partner, who is also a man, to have a great Mars with your Mars. You'd also want a decent Venus, because if you want to have a relationship, you really need to look at Venus as well. And then I would say if you are a woman, and you're gay, it's very similar, but I would start with Venus. I would start with your Venus as a gay woman, looking at another woman's Venus and making sure that's great. And then I would also look at my sexuality, my Mars, and I would want to have a good Mars with my female partner as well. If I want to be sexually attracted. So sex is Mars, love is Venus. And for a straight couple, I would say that a man would want to find, for a straight man, a man would want to find a woman that really touches his Venus and his moon for a relationship. Of course, the Mars has to work because they have to be sexually attracted. But a straight woman, would look for a man who really touches or is compatible with her Mars and maybe even her Saturn, because she's going to want that security. Those are the masculine energies in a chart. But inside a gay relationship, I would stick with the Mars for a man and then Venus. And for a gay female relationship, I'd stick with Venus for the females and then Mars. Yeah, and who doesn't want a decent Venus? Yeah, I have Venus in the 11th and I'm gay. You cannot see you can't see homosexuality in a chart. You can't see bisexuality. You can't see polyamory in a chart. A Leo that is so loyal, a Taurus that is so loyal can be polyamorous or bisexual or have an open relationship. You can't see that. That's a preference. But just like you can't see skin color in a chart, you can't see it. You can't see what religion a person is in a chart. You can see if somebody is prone to religion. And there are some signs, Pisces, Gemini, Aquarius, and planets, Uranus, Mercury, and even Neptune, that are more prone to being gay. And the 11th house, the 3rd house, even sometimes the 6th house, those can be more prone or more open to bisexuality or exploratory. The reason why is because they're open-minded, and they're non-judgmental, and they have an easier time breaking taboos. They're less conventional, so they might be led down that pathway more easily than maybe a lot of 10th house Capricorn, right? Rules and regulations, or 4th house. This is what my family expects me to be. I have Venus and Pisces and Mars and Leo, and I'm bisexual. Yeah. And I was going to say Capricorns can be bisexual too. Leos can be bisexual. So you can't see gay in the chart or bisexual in the chart, but you can see open-mindedness, and maybe that leads to trying different things. Let's just see. I want to ask if Virgo and Leo are compatible. Nika. That's a little bit of a tough combination. Let me tell you, next door neighbors in the chart, they need each other, but they're not necessarily compatible. So that would just be like Pisces and Aries, or Sag and Scorpio, or Sag and Capricorn, or Gemini and Cancer, or right, Leo and Virgo. So you can see in all those partners, all those next door neighbors, that they struggle with each other, truthfully. So just to tell you, and you should watch my Sun Through the Houses and Saturn Through the Houses videos, parts 1 and parts 2, to really get it, because I go through the whole zodiac and you'll see all the neighbors, or Mars through the signs, Mars through the houses. It will really help you understand what I'm about to say. Virgo is the servant and Leo is the king. So if you have those two pieces inside of you, the Virgo part of you is going to serve the Leo part. So if the Leo person has a lot of Virgo in their chart, a Leo-Virgo relationship can work. But if not, Virgo is just going to become the slave to the master, or the servant to the king. And Leo will have its way with Virgo. And then Virgo will have so much secret pent-up resentment that they'll start cutting at the Leo. Like, you're not that good. You're not that great. I don't know why you're so full of yourself. And Virgo will get very critical of Leo if Leo abuses its power over the Virgo. Does that help? Does that help you? My Venus is with Leo. My Venus is Leo with Mars Aries. My man is Leo Venus with Mars Virgo. So you guys both have Leo and Venus. That's lovely. But that Mars Aries and that Mars Virgo might be tough unless you guys are really developed, really healthy. I love a Mars and Virgo, and I hope you watched my top 3 best lovers of the zodiac. And when I said lovers, I did mean sex. I didn't mean Venus. I did mean Mars. I didn't mean you know, just love, although love and sex can go together. They don't always, but a Virgo Mars is usually phenomenal in the bedroom. Phenomenal. And it's because they know all the nuts and bolts. And so sexually, I think the Aries can appreciate the Virgo, because the Virgo is also at service to the Aries. Now, Aries probably, you know, could give a little more, but Virgo is very generous and giving, and they are ambidextrous and they understand all the buttons to push, and they're quite talented. They're the mechanic of the zodiac, literally the mechanic. They're into all the tiny details. So I like Virgo. I like Mars in Virgo, or Virgo in Mars. And I think that that could be cool. But as far as like walking around the earth, talking to each other, Virgo and Aries, that could be challenging. But in the bedroom, I think it could be exciting. Um, yeah, Susie's going to do a matchmaking, astrology matchmaking app for all of you. Isn't that exciting? Would another Pisces work, or would that be a mirror for myself? No, I like Pisces together, especially if one of the Pisces has a lot of earth in it. Delunkia says, Susie, please do that. I'll sign up right away. Oh, everybody loves it, Susie. Heidi loves it. Adelio loves it. Let me see. T. Vallejo, I'm a Sag and I can't deal with Capricorns or Scorpios. Yeah, they probably put rules on you. Let me see what you guys say. You guys are sweet. Well, come be a super supporter and look for my, I want you guys to look for my next members only video, and I'm going to do another astrology party. I thought that that was really, really fun. I loved that everybody came. And let me know if you guys want right now. Let me know what next top 3 video you'd like for me to do. And did you like this one? You know, why your sign is the best sign? And I might do a couple of lives. Tell me if you like the live, like being live together like this. It's a little longer, hour and 20 minutes. Ooh, I better go feed my kid. I told her I'd make her French toast. Cinnamon French toast. I'm trying to get the Good Mom Award. But tell me if you guys like this and what top 3 you would like me to do next. Yeah, and book a reading with Susie or anybody from Team Soul Navigation, and come get your Astro Gold package. You guys will love it. I'll have my team fulfill these today or tomorrow, so you'll get them soon. But it's Sunday and they don't always like to work on Sunday. I don't do them personally, but I have my team send them out to you. So you have to send me your birth info, okay? If I don't have your birth info, you got to send it. I love you all. Oh, you guys are so great. You guys are awesome. Bye for now. Take care.